and go art for art.
Right.
Oh, he tagged him with that right hand, just threw him down.
Oh, O'Malley goes high. Now short uppercut, Tecco covers up.
That's
the
it.
Sugar Shot. Dominant color.
Wow.
Though he might not have been around for long, Sean O'Malley's distinct style and powerful strikes have quickly made him a fan's favorite. But like many fighters, Sean had considered playing football but only decided to take up MMA when he realized it was physically impossible. So today, we will be looking at Sean O'Malley and how he has come to be known as Sugar, a knockout beast. O'Malley was keen to try things and had no prior experience with martial arts, but realized he had probably found what he wanted to do just after his first training session. The youngster started taking boxing more seriously and then added kickboxing and jiu-jitsu to his increasing skill sets. O'Malley decided to drop out of school to focus on fighting because he felt it was getting more and more difficult to balance training and schoolwork. Recalling the event, O'Malley said,
I hated school. I was like, school sucks. So I didn't have any other route. Like it was make it in like, I knew even when I was like 18, 19, if you would have asked me like, will you be in the UFC? Will you be one of the biggest stars? I would have said 100% yes.
After leaving his parents' home, Sugar, as many have come to know him, started participating in amateur fights, but was not able to earn any money from it. As time went on, O'Malley had to find a side job as he needed to start paying bills. The then 17-year-old began caring for people in mental homes.
From 6 in the morning till 9 in the morning, I'd go to the group home. There's eight of them. I'd pick them up, help them with their morning chores, drive them to work, drop them off. And then I'd come back from like 4 to 8 or something, 5 to 8. And I'd go pick them up, bring them back, and then help them with their night chores. So I was doing that job at the time.
Sean's path to the big stage on UFC was somewhat unconventional. He was the first to win Dana White's Contenders series, where he battled Alfred Kashakian. The event which determined whether free agents get a contract while impressing Dana White was where Sean first shone. O'Malley, who was 22 years old at the time, spent a lot of his DWCS fights on his back defending against wrestling attacks.
Kashakian looks for some ground and pound.
Some of these punches, oh!
And when the fight was on the feet, he was taking big shots.
O'Malley covering up with his back to the fence.
Spinning back fist, oh, but Kashakian comes with a counter.
However, his striking ability was immediately obvious, and it was clear he was trying to score a highlight reel knockout to impress White and rap legend Snoop Dogg.
To take blows from O'Malley.
Oh, that's it!
That is it! Sean O'Malley with a huge right hand brings Dana White to his feet.
And the rest is history. His first two matches he won by unanimous decisions against Terrion Ware and Andre Sukumtov. Sean was getting ready for his third UFC bout in Las Vegas against Jose Quinones at UFC 229 in October, when they discovered he had illegal substances in his system. O'Malley was the one who initially announced the results of the failed drug test and pointed out his supplements were probably the problem. Sugar's comments were considered by USADA and was only given a 6-month ban. O'Malley intended to enter the octagon again once the suspension expired, but another blood test revealed ostarine again. The doctors decided that it was just a residual quantity from the drugs he was already suspended for. He was able to avoid further punishment, but his fight was postponed. Sean's attempt to make a comeback on the canvas the following year was also unsuccessful, and then the pandemic struck, making it 2 years since he last fought in the octagon. But O'Malley made the most of it and put much effort into improving himself. In his own words, Sugar makes jokes about how the break helped him. He said it made him a better MMA fighter, but more importantly, that he developed emotionally. Mentally, I needed to help myself figure out what's going on. So reading. I started reading a lot of books and understanding certain things. I'm like, this ain't so bad. There are kids that have no water, and I'm sitting in my shower with the hot water turned on for 5 minutes, thinking about how I'm not fighting well. O'Malley won 5 matches in a single season, and after a particular fight, Tim Welch, a commentator, extended an invitation to Sean to the renowned MMA Lab gym in Arizona.
I was an amateur. None of this was guaranteed. Like in my head, it was gonna happen,
I did see all this happen. I did see me getting in the UFC. I did see me becoming a star. And it's all happening right now. And I've been looking back, and it is crazy to see all this, how it has happened. I moved down when I was 19, and it was 2-a-days every single day. It was a grind.
Sean knew the opportunity could pass him if he remained in Montana, so he accepted the offer. He packed his belongings into an old Nissan truck and drove to Arizona. O'Malley knew he had to fulfill his dream of competing in the UFC. After having a record of 12-0, Sean finally advanced to the top 15, where he was to fight Marlon Vera. The 5-year veteran from Ecuador, who went by the nickname Cheeto, was known for his rapid finishes. As Sean's fights go, Cheeto was one of his toughest opponents, and the organization worked hard to promote the fight. For the fight, Sugar got off to a strong start.
He learned these skills as he learned MMA.
But after Cheeto managed to damage Sean's perennial nerve with a low kick, it was all but over.
Oh! Huge elbow from Cheeto! Marlon Cheeto Vera stops the Sugar Show in round 1.
Oh my goodness.
O'Malley was unable to maintain his balance and therefore unable to continue due to injury. Cheeto ruined his perfect record, but according to him, it was not such a bad experience. The next time Sugar made an appearance in the octagon, he faced Thomas Almeida. Going into the bout with a string of 3 straight losses, the Brazilian, who formerly possessed a record of 21-0, was determined to save his contract. Sugar took charge of the fight very early and began launching kicks and heavy strikes.
Just got kicked there right there. And he returned fire.
After dropping the Brazilian midway through the first round with a high kick and a precise left hand, he was looking forward to another win.
I cannot believe he's still standing.
Oh, and a follow-up left hand. Fight continues. Almeida back up, but for how long?
Almeida was ultimately able to survive and continue. Even though it was clear in the final 5 minutes that Sugar would win by a unanimous decision, he spared the judges by connecting with another sharp left hand and a devastating right to the head while Almeida was on the canvas.
Hesitation. Oh! He gets another highlight for the real Sean O'Malley. Finishes Thomas Almeida.
Sugar received another bonus for this exciting accomplishment, and Teddy Atlas, a well-known trainer, claimed that he had not since the time of Prince Nassim Hamed seen a striker with such talent and originality.
Yeah, he's colorful. And
his rainbow hair.
Yeah, all of it. He's got it all working. You know, he's pretty good at marketing. He's pretty good at understanding that part of it. He backs it up with incredible talent. First thing that came to my mind was, wow, I haven't seen a guy with this much talent. I haven't seen anyone this difficult a style and different, unique a style since the 90s when in boxing I saw Prince Nassim Hamed, that was a world champion, undefeated world champion at the time.
For his next fight, he was scheduled to face promotion veteran Louis Smolka 3 months later, but after the Hawaiian got injured, he was replaced by Chris Matino, a rookie, 11 days before the event. Everyone expected O'Malley to have an easy fight, but the results were a little different. At the start of the fight, Chris pressed forward, trying to land several punches as quickly as possible.
Good inside look.
But Sean just kept his distance and launched attacks of his own.
Well, O'Malley's having a little bit of a hard time.
For significant strikes, 238 by Nate Diaz. O'Malley trying to chase that down. Huge right. Native Mutino presses forward. Final second to the round.
Landing a kick to Chris's right leg before throwing a punch, and then the two went on for the duration of the match.
Front kick. O'Malley just is doing.
Sean was able to land critical punches, but Motino still pressed and landed some punches and low kicks of his own. And 30 seconds to the end of the fight, Sean unleashed yet another string of combos. And this time, the referee had to step in to save Motino. He won the fight by TKO. Chris absorbed 230 significant strikes, the second most for a 3-round fight in the franchise's history. 177 of those were to the head. Joe Rogan described him as looking like roadkill, coining him the Green Zombie. O'Malley earned Fight of the Night. Sean faced Raulian Paiva early December 11, 2021 while in great shape. The Brazilian entered the competition fresh off 3 victories in a row. O'Malley moved around a lot, hypnotizing his opponent, showing very good footwork.
Feints from O'Malley. Jab.
Sean finished Paiva in the opening round that began with a strong overhand right and a barrage of punches to end the contest.
Big land with a right for O'Malley. And an uppercut now and a big right. Paiva with a desperation shot, Joe.
Paiva's in real trouble. Oh my goodness. Jason Herzog's taking a very
That will do it. Sugar shot O'Malley in round 1.
He earned the performance of the night again and a spot in the top 15. O'Malley faced Pedro Munoz in 2022 for the first time as a ranked rival. The fight had some elements of an exquisite match, which culminated in a few signature sugar spinning kicks and an unintended eye poke that led to the decision of no contest. Despite this, Sean moved up to 12th in the rankings and then came up against former champion Peter Yan. Both fighters came out throwing fast kicks, with Yan attempting to hit with a left hand that just missed, which gave O'Malley an opening with a left hand down the middle.
He's got a lot of grappling heavy camps. Augusto
Yan opened round 2 with a gorgeous low kick to body kick combination.
Sean O'Malley. Yan opens round 2 with a body kick. And an effective one at that.
O'Malley went back straight to his combos, landing a left that clearly stunned Yan. It was an incredibly close fight going into the 3rd round, and neither man fought like they were up on top going into this round. O'Malley opened up with rapid jabs, only to be backed up by a snapping Yan right. The round ended with O'Malley walking into a takedown and absorbing a hammer fist on the mat.
Oh, that's big. That's big for Petr Yan.
Petr Yan has got some very timely takedown on Sean O'Malley in this fight. From round 1 to round 3. That may be what saves him.
What a fight! Sean O'Malley, Petr Yan!
At the end, it came down to what people have called a controversial split decision that won Sean Fight of the Night. But like many of us, Sean was surprised.
It just proved that, you know, I belong in the top of the division. Peter's a gangster, dude. Peter's so tough, and it was awesome to be able to go out there and get the job done. Fighting's the craziest sport in the world. I've never had to dig that deep. I've been doing this for a long time. That's what happens when you fight the #1 guy in the world. You know, I had to go somewhere I've never been before, mentally, physically. He pushed me to the very end.
In the aftermath of the fight, when Sean had supposedly seen the fight again, he was confident he had won it. "It's not my effing fault," O'Malley said on his official YouTube channel. "You guys want to go tell the refs, the judges that I lost? You guys want to go tell Dana? You guys want to go tell whoever? Don't tell me. Save it, boys, because that's not what my record says." Months have passed since his win, and O'Malley has skyrocketed to the #2 contender in the bantamweight division. That could put him in a prime position to challenge reigning champion Aljamain Sterling, who recently fought TJ Dillashaw and won by 2nd round KO TKO for his 2nd consecutive defense. Smash that like and subscribe button for more.